Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community now. Let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. Let's get to the news. Well, lads, sit yourself down for this one. 'Cause what I'm about to tell ye is not just your standard football gossip. It's a potential earthquake in the world o' Scottish football. A whisper's been echoing through Ibrox and beyond. A rumor so wild, so shocking, that if it's even half true, we're looking at a scandal that could shake the very foundation of the Rangers Football Club. And ye heard it right, it all circles back to none other than James BISGROVE, the former CEO. A man who'd once been seen as a sleek operator bringing fresh energy into the club's corridors has allegedly dropped a bombshell behind closed doors. It's not a press release, not a tweet, but a private conversation that somehow got leaked, an accusation of deep-rooted corruption within the Rangers boardroom. Now before you start screaming conspiracy, just listen to what's being said. Sources close to BISGROVE are hinting that he left the club no just for a better offer abroad, but because he couldn't stomach what was going on behind the scenes. We're talking dodgy dealings, internal power struggles, and money moving in ways that didn't add up, the kind of stuff that smells worse than a wet pie on a rainy away day. And apparently, BISGROVE had been trying to clean house, quietly trying to shift the culture at Rangers, but ran up against a wall of resistance from certain shadowy figures in the boardroom. That's when, according to the whispers, he said, "Enough is enough," and pack his bags. The timing is what's really got tongues wagging. Ye see, BISGROVE's departure was announced in the most vanilla statement possible, pursuing new opportunity. He's grateful for his service and all that pish. But now, this supposed leak is painting a different picture entirely. According to folks who claim to have been at the pub with someone who works at the club, I know how that sounds, but these rumors always start like this, they say. He was overheard calling the place rotten from the inside. Now, let's be clear, none of this is confirmed. But the fact that this kind of talk is even floating about, well, that says a lot about where the club is right now. And here's the thing, the fans are starting to buy into it. You go through the forums, you scroll through the fan pages, even on the buses to matches, lads are saying maybe BISGROVE was pushed because he was sniffing a close to something. It's no just idle chatter. There's genuine concern that if there's truth to this, the implications are massive. We could be talking financial irregularities, hidden interests, and dare I say it, individuals inside Ibrox possibly siphoning off club resources for their own gain. That's the kind of stuff that can get legal fast. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Rangers, a club with a storied history, one of the giants o' Scottish football, still trying to rebuild after the catastrophic collapse over a decade ago. What message does this send? If the club really is infected at the highest levels again, that's not just bad optics. That's a betrayal of every fan who's stood by them through thick and thin. And you know what's really mad? Some insiders are saying this goes back years far beyond BISGROVE. He might have just been the first one with the backbone to try and call it out. Another twist in this ongoing rumor mill is that BISGROVE apparently kept records. That's right, notes, emails, even recordings, according to some sources. Now again, we've not seen these, but just the idea that he might have a paper trail has got folk thinking a full-scale expose could be on the horizon. Imagine that, a tell-all from the inside that airs out all the dirty laundry at Ibrox. And here's the spiciest bit. There's whispers that a journalist or even a documentary team is already poking around, trying to get their hands on this supposed treasure trove of damning info. That's the kind of thing that makes club directors sweat bullets. But here's where it gets even darker. One name keeps coming up, and I gonna say who. Legal reasons and all, but apparently, there's one individual on the board that BISGROVE clashed with the most. This person's allegedly been wielding power like a medieval lord, macking deals that benefit themselves more than the club. And if what's being suggested is even remotely true, they've got their claws in everything from sponsorship contracts to player-agent arrangements. If BISGROVE tried to push back against this, it's no wonder he ended up out the door. And if the board is protecting this person, then we're looking at a cover-up on top of corruption. Now, if you're thinking why hasn't the media picked this up, you're no alone. That's been the talk all week. Some say there's a deliberate blackout pressure being applied to keep things quiet. Club connections being used. Ty hushed the story before it breaks. It's classic damage control, but the internet's a different beast, lads. Once this kind of stuff starts circulating online, it becomes impossible to fully bury. Fans are connecting dots, sharing screenshots, and digging into past transactions. What used to be just he said, she said is quickly morphing into a potential full-blown investigation by the court of public opinion. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans, and let's talk implications if even half this is true. It's no just the club that's at risk, it's the league's integrity. Scottish football's had its fair share of controversies, but a corruption scandal at one of its biggest clubs, that's headlines across Europe. It puts pressure on the SPFL, on UEFA, even on sponsors. No one wants their brand associated with corruption, and if sponsors start pulling out, that's millions lost, not to mention the damage to the club's reputation. Both at home and abroad, it could impact transfers, season ticket sales, and even the morale of the players on the pitch. Now imagine you're a player, hearing all this. What kind of environment are ye walking into every day? Uncertainty breeds chaos, and a divided boardroom usually spills onto the training ground. Players talk, staff whisper, and the performance suffers. It's no coincidence that Rangers have looked inconsistent lately. A club in turmoil off the pitch rarely performs well on it. So ye have to ask if there's truth to these whispers. What's being done about it? Is anyone investigated? Or are the people involved so entrenched, so protected, that they can operate with impunity? Here's where things might get interesting. Some fans are already calling for independent oversight, asking for an external audit, an open book examination of the club's finances, and even demanding resignations. The supporters are mobilizing. Lads, it's no just banner on Twitter anymore. There's real talk of protests, banners, maybe even boycotts. And if they didn't get answers soon, that pressure's only gonna mount. Remember, this is a fan base that watched their club go to the bottom and claw its way back. They won't sit quietly if they think history's repeating itself. They've got a right to transparency, and they're not afraid to demand it. So, where does this all go from here? Honestly, it's hard to say. Maybe it's just smoke. Maybe there's no fire. But there's too much noise to ignore now. Too many signs pointing to something rotten behind the scenes. James BISGROVE might be gone, but the questions he's allegedly left behind are only just beginning. Whether the truth ever sees the light of day or whether it gets buried under layers of silence will depend on how loud the fans shout, how deep journalists dig, and whether anyone inside the club still has the courage to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, Rangers deserve better, Scottish football deserves better, and most importantly, the fans deserve the truth. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.